In 2021, I made my first and last unboxing video featuring a Marklin English market steamer that I got from France. I promised that I would show it in a future video after I rewired it. Here it is, rewired and ready to go. Let me review why this is such a neat find. Usually these little Marklin 040s are wind-ups. If they're electric, they have a cheap 4-volt DC motor that no longer functions. But this one has an AC motor that, typical of Marklin engines made 100 years ago, runs on higher voltages. In this case, about 30 volts gets it moving. When I rewire these high voltage engines, I do not rewire the light bulbs in series with the motor as was originally done. So how do I keep a 24 volt bulb from blowing out on 30 volts? In this case, I wired a 100 ohm ceramic resistance into the light circuit. 100 ohms cuts the current about 25%, so 30 volts is cut to about 22 volts. But a ceramic resistance is not an ideal solution. It gets real hot real fast. More on that later. In the meantime, you don't want to hear a guy talk. You want to see this run. So here we go. While I was in the mood, I also rewired this Marklin CE 3020 North British Atlantic. When I took it apart after having had it for about 10 years, I discovered something that I don't like, that someone in the past had messed with it. For example, machining a replacement motor axle that isn't precise. I wasn't sure if this would ever run, but after a lot of work that involved using JB Weld to quarter the wheels, I got it running. By the way, I am not in the business of repairing trains. I only perform miracles for myself. This larger engine runs on about 55 volts. Here, using the ceramic resistance was a really bad idea. After a few minutes running, it started smoking and burned out. That's why the headlights don't work in one scene. In the future, I can run a string of light bulbs in series through the cars and so cut the current by dividing it up. Alright, I'll shut up. Let's watch this one run.